Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. The transfer window has closed and not everyone is happy. On Twitter, we've got some people a bit disgruntled that Walsall haven't done enough. I want to sort of go back in time a little bit and remind people in January 2008 when Danny Fox and Scott Dan were sold at the last minute for Jeff Bonser to take about $1 million to put into his pension fund, which was not a great time. And then in more recent times, in 2021, Darryl Clark, it was pretty much the final straw for him, really, when we sold Elijah Adebayo for about $400,000. Also, the impressive Zach Jules was also sold. Danny Guthrie had been with us and he moved out. And Ash Taylor, who'd been awful, was thankfully went as well. But the only people coming in was Max Melbourne, who did a good job at left back. And remember Derek Osiar, Del Boy? He was awful. So I think as far as transfer windows are concerned, that sort of pretty much made sure that Walsall weren't going to be competitive in the division. Last season, of course, Matty Taylor's January transfer window. Kieran Phillips, he went out, which was not unsurprising, really. But he replaced, we bought 3 in. Donovan Daniels has proved to be a very good acquisition. Devant Rodney, that one never really worked. And Reece Devine, a little bit inexperienced, really. So that one didn't sort of work either. So, by comparison, I think this transfer window has been significantly better. But we're going to look at it from a positive and negative point of view. They'll join the pain. And we can look at them. Right then, first one, Jackson Smith. He's a young keeper from the Wolves. He's only coming to be backup keeper to Owen Evans. He's highly rated, but he is inexperienced. So not really adequate cover if anything happened to Owen Evans and we wanted to stay in a playoff push, perhaps. But he is highly rated, so maybe he could do a job for us. Next one, Robbie Willock. Solid experience for the running. Great crossing ability, which we've seen already. I think he's a really good acquisition. I suppose, looking on the negative side of things, why were Newport not playing him if he's that good? He wasn't completely out of the team, but his desire to join Mike Flynn and Wayne Hatswell, maybe it sort of disgruntled things and was sort of promoting a move. That could be it. The third one, Jamil Matt. How people cannot be happy with this one, I don't know. He is 31, but he's a proven goal scorer at this level. He's played with Robbie Willock as well, previously at Newport. We know he's going to get goals for us. I think he was unlucky at Salford not to open his account. Negatives. He didn't really seem to have stepped up to League One. And with Forest Green Rovers struggling this season, why would they let him go if he's such a good goal scorer? So that's an interesting one. Next one, Matty Stevens. Again, proven goal scorer, albeit coming off an injury. I think it's an ACL injury. It sort of kept him out. And he's only just come back, 5 games. Sort of just coming back to fitness, similar to Connor Wilkinson. But at 24, you'd expect him to get up to speed quicker. Very fit lad, former boxer. But then again, on the negative, why would Forest Green let a natural goal scorer go when they're struggling and they're likely to get relegated? He needs goals. They just not rate him. But they haven't really given him much chance. So, that's another one. Next one, Jan Songo. Again, decent acquisition. Solid, experienced CDM. coming in to cover the gap that the injury to Liam Kinsella has made. So we'll see how good a signing he is. We'll have to see. But on a negative point of view, he was playing games for Bradford. Why have Bradford let him go to a playoff rival? That doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Maybe they think he's not very good and he's going to hamper us. I don't know. So I'm not so sure about that one. Joe Lowe, young player with great promise from Bristol City. Why has he come to Walsall? Obviously to gain experience. He is a good quality player and he's looked pretty good so far, but he is inexperienced. Why have they sent him here? Well, for that same reason. He needs to get game time. And then the other big signing that people seem to be ignoring is the freehold. Walsall signing the freehold is one of the most momentous moments in Sadler's recent history, of all time, really. Ever since it was taken away from us when we left Fellas Park, it's been that sort of millstone round our neck. So the £500,000 rent is obviously been exchanged for mortgage payments, but significantly less. So that was a massive acquisition, and there's a lot of money being spent to do that. So I think there's got to be some understanding that the finances are being challenged. Yes, we have got some money out of the cup, but we're trying to balance the books, I think, and not sort of overextend ourselves. With outgoings, it was out of our hands really for both of them. Danny Johnson, his loan finished, and Mansfield didn't want him to come back to us, which for understandable reasons. And as much as that's very disappointing, we couldn't really do anything apart from perhaps paying way over the odds for a player who he's done very well for us, but you compare him to Jamil Matt and Matty Stevens, they are arguably more consistent goal scorers than DJ. We still want DJ back at the end of the season, though, if we can. And then the other player, of course, is Liam Bennett. He's been recalled by Cambridge. One of the old classics, really. Don't get sort of too in love with loan players. So that's a difficult one. But yeah, Liam Bennett, he is a miss. But Tommy Knowles at right wing back is very good, I think. That's quite a promising position for him. And with the new strikers coming in, that could be a more regular role for him, I think. Right then, I'll be back on later with the match preview for Northampton v Walsall. Me and Stephen are going to be there. An away day special. Right then. Wolves Fan TV, thanks for watching. The joy and the pain. It's been a great transfer window. Don't be mistaken. It's been great. We can always wish for more. But I mean, let's be thankful for the transition that the Travella boys have made. Thank you.